welcome to the plank challenge. This is our first session, so I'm going to do a little bit of explanation up front and then we'll dive into our first plank challenge together. So first of all, I'm going to show you some modifications for the plank. If you can't do a plank at all because of injuries or other factors, what I would suggest is take a seated position and take 2 dumbbells and then just hold them out like this or like that. And that'll give you a lot of exercise as well. It's pretty hard to hold for a couple of minutes. And you can use different size dumbbells, whatever your strength is. So that's the option. With regard to the plank variations, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to start the timer so that we actually start at 3 minutes, and then I'll show you all the variations. I also want to set expectations up front. So the goal isn't that you hold the plank for 3 minutes. If you can, great, fantastic. And there are ways to actually make it harder. So if you hold the plank easily for 3 minutes, I can show you ways to make it harder for sure. The goal really is to A, build our strengths, and we do this by consistently doing something, and B, to work with whatever comes up and in this simulated stress situation to learn some tools and skills to work with our thoughts, our emotions, our beliefs. So if in between you need to take a break or you need to stop or you maybe do 1 minute or 1.5, fantastic. Yeah, the goal is to work with what comes up, and that doesn't mean you have to hold the plank for 3 minutes. That's just a challenge and really a simulation of stress. All right, let's dive in. So I'm going to start the timer, and here we go. Timer started. So here is the one variation of plank that you can do, high plank. You can also do a forearm plank if that feels better for you, if you want to rest your wrists a little bit. Those are all options. If your wrists hurt, you can also do a plank on your fists. That's also an option. It really depends on what you can do, what feels good in your body. Now, another variation is to do a plank on your knees. So here, you bring your knees down and you're still working your core, you're still working your whole body doing that, and you can widen that a little bit, and all of that is perfectly okay. So let's say you start like this and you hold like this, and we are about a minute in and you realize, whew, that's a little tough. Take a little break. The other way to take a little break is to pike into a downward facing dog. Also a good way to get a rest. Yeah, so those are your variations. And if you're like, this is so easy, no problem at all, make your plank more narrow. Bring your feet together, bring your hands closer together, lift one leg, lift the other leg. Yeah, so there are all sorts of options that you can take. And the other thing that's important for the plank, and rest at any point. Yeah, I'm gonna rest right now because I'm also talking. Keep in mind, for a good plank, what you wanna do is, you really wanna press into your hands. So really press your shoulders out. Don't collapse into your shoulders here. Press into your hands. Do a little bit of rounding. And we're almost at 2 minutes, by the way. Well done. Second, bring your belly up. Really lift your navel to your spine. So you want to have good tension here, and then tighten your legs and your glutes. Perfect. So now we're going to work for 1 minute. That's all we have left on name it to tame it. So as you're in this and it's getting a little bit harder, if you've been holding it, it's getting a bit harder. Notice what comes up. What are the core or fundamental negative beliefs that come up for you when you're doing something difficult or stressful? Is it, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I can't handle it, I'm not strong enough, whatever it might be, take a moment and notice what comes up. And then find a more empowering reframe. So that could be, I'm working on my strength, I'm learning to do this, I'm doing the best I can, I'm doing as much as I can, I'm working on it. So instead of saying I can't, say I am learning. That's one of the most powerful reframes we can do. It changes it from an absolute no to, well, I'm in progress. And you know what? That's it. We've done our 3 minutes. So take a break, maybe for a moment go into child's pose or downward facing dog, whatever feels good. Or maybe just come into a seated position and shake your wrists and your hands and roll your shoulders a couple of times. And just notice what that feels like after you've held the plank for 3 minutes. All right, so today I want you to practice reframing your thoughts. Whenever you notice an absolute, like I can't, I'm not good enough, reframe to I'm learning, I'm working on, I'm in progress. Have fun, and let's see how you do.